Welcome to my channel BornToReddit. Today I fricked up by consuming 150 mint Mentos. As usual, didn't happen today, but if I had made this the day, which almost did, I wouldn't have the funny after story I do. This happened 2 months ago back in July. Me and my boyfriend are on the younger side, okay, we're minors and live with our parents, whatever, moving on, and we're in a peculiar nasty argument on this day. This meant getting advice from mom and mom's boyfriend and him calling angrily, me declining angrily, and so forth. We are calling back and forth and I'm beginning to ignore him to cool off and get my head straight, but keep my phone on me in case as I'm texting the girlfriends also. In the heat of the moment, I forget his contact name. Backstory, spoiler, his contact name is Commander Sock. I thought this shit was hilarious and so did he. I mean, we crack up on these things. Example, I'm Boner Garage. My phone rings, my mom's boyfriend glances at Commander Sock, I turn red and look at him. He looks at me and says that him. I mutter yet and flip over my phone and continue ranting. Now this wasn't spoken of for another week or so, until my mom sat down with me to ask why my boyfriend's contact was Commander Sock. I panic and have to make a fake story that doesn't consist of "oh we're young and stupid, this shit is hilarious" and said it's a gamer tag, etc. My family loved this. They love my boyfriend, and they love calling him Commander. Now every time new to my boyfriend and his nickname, we've been together for a year, but I'm not open with family outside of house. Family comes into town, slowly because of COVID, and I'm told to tell this story. My family gets a crack out of it every time, and it's a continuous story. They address him as Commander nonchalantly, and have come up with other nicknames such as Sergeant Schlong, Private Pecker, and so on. The latest one was my older grandparents, and my boyfriend turned bright red and begged my family to not tell the mighty story, but lo and behold, it was told. And my grandparents loved it. It was a frick you for me and my boyfriend's sanity, but my family loves it, and I thought you guys would too. TLDR, boyfriend's contact name is Commander Sock, tells story to every family, and makes me and my boyfriend humiliated. Edit, boyfriend uses Reddit. If you see this, hi, I love you, and I'm sorry I'm humiliating you to strangers now. Dictator. Admiral Almighty, Honorable Hung. Lieutenant Long. Major Massive. Commander in Pants. The list goes on. Today I fricked up by using the nuclear option in a game of Monopoly. It was a 4-player family game of Monopoly. My brother, our parents and I were playing, and I wasn't doing well. I wasn't bankrupt or heavily mortgaged yet, but I could tell that if something drastic didn't change in the next 3 turns or so, I was toast. I didn't have any monopolies, but I did have a couple 2 out of 3 properties, New York and St. James being the standouts, and a couple scattered here or there. My brother was the clear favorite at this point, with my dad in clear second. My mom was losing right along with me. It was my turn, and I was trying to arrange a favorable trade. I'm negotiating with my dad. I have a property that'll give him another monopoly, he has a card that'll give me a monopoly. We both have enough money inside properties to even things up afterward. With a good trade here, we both have a higher chance of winning, significantly cutting into on my brother's lead. Seems like it should be a slam dunk, right? But no, my dad is pushing for the most ridiculous trades possible, and outright refusing to trade away those properties that are most valuable to me. If I don't get a monopoly out of this, I might as well not even bother with a trade. I'm getting frustrated as the negotiating stalls. But I get an idea. A terrible, terrible idea. I say to my dad, "Dad, I'm clearly in the weaker position here. But right now, that just means I have less to lose. So here's the deal. If I don't get a trade from you that gives me a monopoly, I'm going to sell all of my properties to brother's name for $1. Dad didn't like that at all, and there was no trade. He also probably didn't expect me to carry through, but immediately after, I sold all my deeds to my brother for $1, and my dad lost any chance whatsoever of winning the game. Dad isn't speaking to me right now. Was that a supremely tickish move to play? Yup. I'm feeling a little vindicated though, for not letting myself be pushed around when I was the little guy. But will anyone ever want to play Monopoly with me again? I kinda doubt it. TLDR was losing at family Monopoly, went mad and made dad mad. Family board games won't ever be the same. I thought nuclear option was flip the table. People always get mad at me if I table flip when things aren't going well. They say that's not very adult, or that was a massive overreaction, or god damn it, mistakes happen, but you can't do that, you're a surgeon. For reals, I worked with a surgeon who had a patient fall off the table in the middle of surgery, years before I worked there. I work in a hospital, and I really want to hear this story in detail lol. I don't work in a hospital, and I really want the details of this story too. I'm a random internet person, and I really want the details of this story too. Today I fricked up by consuming 150 mint Mentos. Purchased a bag of 150 mint Mentos as a study snack. Got stuck into an assignment and somehow ate the entire bag over a 12-hour period. Next day my partner and I walked our dogs down to a cafe. Stomach becomes sore while we drink our coffee. I look to the toilet, but it's a busy cafe with a single toilet. Figure I'll just wait to do my business back home, about a half-hour walk away. As we start walking back I begin to sweat. Cramps become unbearable. Give my partner the dog lead and tell her I need to run. She doesn't know what's going on. I start sprinting, which then makes the stomach cramps so much worse. Realize I'm not going to make it. Almost crying from the stomach cramps. See a bush. Can't hold it. Pull pants down. Don't quite succeed. Sit everywhere. Bush isn't concealed. Other dog walkers walk past and dog runs up. Mortified. Still can't stop sitting. Partner sees me. My pug happy to see me. Runs straight up and into my Mentos diarrhea. Haven't eaten Mentos ever again. It's a fun story now, but God did that day suck. Partner loves to bring it up at dinner parties. TLDR, don't consume an entire bag of Mentos and go for a walk with no toilet access. Did the bush smell minty afterward at least? Asking the real questions. OP we need to know. Today I fricked up by forcing my beef stick into my wife's mouth. This just happened this morning. My wife and I are both working from home due to COVID. My wife, a marketing manager, has 3 direct reports. We all get along quite well. We all meet out for drinks, we go to each other's houses for dinners, we've gone on vacations together. All a fun close work group. This morning my wife was sitting at the kitchen table having a Zoom meeting with one of her reports. They were talking and laughing, having a good time. I went to the fridge and got a beef stick for a snack. Looking to add to the work party my wife and her report/friend were having, I walked over to her and said, "Here, choke on my beef stick," and stuck it into her mouth as she was talking. I started laughing, and I expected laughing to come from the computer screen. But there was no laughing. My wife angrily grabbed my arm and threw it away from her face. She then turned to me and gave me a horrible evil stare. I looked over at the screen to see what her friend was doing, and it wasn't her friend. Wasn't even anyone I knew. Had similar voices and looked somewhat the same. But definitely not her. And that was the last beef stick near any part of your wife for a long while. Maybe they were vegetarian? Next time try a carrot stick. That'll definitely work. Cucumber. I'm gonna need a baby carrot. I'm going to show this to my wife, because it makes every bad thing I've ever done look smaller. You have a great mind. I admire you. Why do you guys think I come to this sub? What was the most fricked up moment you had lately? Share your story in the comments below and smash like on this video. And don't forget, subscribe or I'll insert tiny little pieces of shattered glass directly into your pee hole.